Hello everybody, I'd like to talk about the factoring of quadratic trinomials with the leading coefficient equal to 1, which is considered to be the easiest case. So first of all, we know that the general form of a quadratic trinomial is written as ax² plus bx plus c. So we have the highest exponent is exponent 2. So this is considered to be a quadratic trinomial. We have, in this form, we have three constants. We have a and b and c. The coefficient a is the coefficient related to x², while b is the coefficient of x, while the c is the separate coefficient or separate constants. The easiest case for any quadratic trinomial can be if we put instead of a to be 1. So in this case, if the leading coefficient is equal to 1, we have the easiest case of quadratic trinomial. So if a equal to 1, so the general form of the quadratic trinomial becomes x² plus bx plus c. So in this case we have a equal to 1, which means that x² is multiplied by the coefficient 1. In the next presentation, I'll talk about the other case where a does not equal to 1. Let's understand how to make the factoring of the trinomials when the leading coefficient is equal to 1. If we have this trinomial x² plus bx plus c, so the strategy in order to make the factoring process is to search for two numbers so that the multiplication of the two numbers is equal to the constant c, and the constant c in the general form is the separate constant, while the other condition for the two numbers is that the addition of the two numbers should be equal to the value of b, and b is considered to be the coefficient of the variable x in the second term. So there should be two conditions. The first is that the multiplication of the two numbers is equal to the constant c, while the addition of the two numbers should be equal to the constant b. Once we find the two numbers, we write same like this: x plus the first number multiplied by x plus the second number. So this is the strategy how to make the factoring of the trinomials. Let's have this example. If we have this trinomial x² plus 9x plus 20, so in this case the coefficient of x² is 1, so a equal 1, b is equal to plus 9, while c is equal to plus 20. So this strategy is to find two numbers so that the product of the two numbers is equal to the value of c, which is 20, and the addition of the two numbers should be equal to the value of b. So the two numbers is plus 4 and plus 5. So plus 4 multiplied by plus 5 is simply equal to plus 20. It is same as the value of c. So this is the first condition, it is fulfilled, while the other condition is that the addition of the two numbers should be equal to the value of b. So 4 plus 5 is equal to plus 9, and it is exactly as the value of b. So the second condition has been fulfilled. So the two numbers are plus 4 and plus 5. So now we can make the factoring process. So the two factors are x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 5. So in the first factor, plus 5 is the first number, and in the second factor, the plus 5 is the second number. Let's do this example together. Factor the trinomial x squared plus 5x plus 6. So in this trinomial, the value of a is equal to 1, the value of b is equal to plus 5, and the value of c is equal to plus 6. So the strategy here is to find two numbers so that the product of the two numbers should be equal to plus 6, while the addition of the two numbers should be equal to plus 5. So we should find for two numbers so that the multiplication of the two numbers should be to 6, and the other condition that should be fulfilled is that the two numbers should add up to 5. If we try to use plus 6 and plus 1, so plus 6 multiplied by plus 1 is plus 6. So the first condition is fulfilled. Let's check for the second condition. Plus 6 plus 1 is equal to plus 7, not to plus 5. So the second condition doesn't fulfill. So the numbers are not plus 6 and plus 1. If we choose plus 1 and plus 6, it is same as choosing plus 6 and plus 1. If we choose plus 2 and plus 3, so plus 2 times plus 3 is equal to plus 6. So the first condition is fulfilled, and plus 2 plus 3 is equal to plus 5. Again, the second condition is fulfilled. So the two numbers we are searching for are plus 2 and plus 3. Now we can simply do the factoring for the binomial. So x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 3. So we have these two factors for the trinomial. In the first factor, the plus 2 is the first number we found, and in the second factor, the plus 3 is the second number we found. Let's do this example. Factor the trinomial x squared minus 7x plus 10. So here the coefficient of x squared, which is a, is equal to 1, while the constant b is equal to minus 7, and the constant c is equal to plus 10. So the strategy is to find two numbers so that the multiplication of the two numbers should be plus 10, and the summation of the two numbers should be minus 7. So this is the strategy we need to check. So we have two numbers, the multiplication should be plus 10, and the addition should be up to minus 7. So if we try to use the two numbers plus 1 and plus 10, so plus 1 multiplied by plus 10 is plus 10, so the first condition is fulfilled, while the other condition or the second condition, so plus 1 plus 10 is equal to plus 11, not minus 7. If we try to choose the two numbers to be plus 5 and plus 2, plus 5 multiplied by plus 2 is plus 10. So the first condition has been fulfilled, while plus 5 plus 2 is equal to plus 7, not minus 7. So the second condition is not fulfilled. If we check for the minus 5 and minus 2, minus 5 multiplied by minus 2 is plus 10. So the first condition has been fulfilled. And minus 5 plus minus 2 is equal to minus 7. Again, the second condition has been fulfilled. So the two numbers for this trinomial is minus 5 and minus 2. So now we can simply factor the x squared minus 7x plus 10 is equal to x minus 5, the first factor, multiplied by the second factor x minus 2. Minus 5 in the first factor is the first number, and minus 2 in the second factor is the second number. Let's do this final example. Factor the trinomial y squared minus 2y minus 15. So again here, the coefficient of y squared is 1. The coefficient of y, which is b, is equal to minus 2. And the separate constant c is equal to minus 15. So the strategy here is to find two numbers so that the multiplication of the two numbers should be minus 15 and the addition of the two numbers should be minus 2. So this is our strategy. It's simply to find two numbers so that two conditions should be fulfilled. The first one is that the multiplication of the two numbers should be minus 15. And the second condition is that the add up to minus 2. If we try for plus 5 and minus 3, so plus 5 multiplied by minus 3 is minus 15. So the second condition has been fulfilled. But for the second condition, plus 5 plus minus 3 is equal to plus 2, not minus 2. If we try for the two numbers minus 5 and plus 3, minus 5 multiplied by plus 3 is minus 15. So the first condition of our strategy has been fulfilled. And for the second condition, minus 5 plus 3 is equal to minus 2. Again, the second condition here has been fulfilled. So the two numbers are minus 5 and plus 3. So now simply we can factor the trinomial y squared minus 2y minus 15. It's equal to y minus 5 multiplied by y plus 3. So in the first factor we have minus 5, which is the first number we have found, while in the second factor we have the plus 3, which is the second number. That's all about the factoring of the quadratic trinomial. Thanks a lot for your watching. Goodbye.